So can you tell me more about your projects? Definitely you will be thinking some really good points, but keep the interviewer in loop. When you will apply for the good companies, then yeah, optimization is one
Yeah.
thing that you can expect from them. Myself, Shubham, I graduated from IIT Roorkee 4 years back, and then I worked in a couple of startup and MNC as a software developer. I started my journey from OYO, where I worked for almost 2.5 years, and the front-end developer side. Then I moved to an early stage startup just to know how things work at a scratch level and all. And my latest experience that I hold is of ServiceNow, which is a US-based MNC, and my job location is of Hyderabad. So yeah, that's a pretty small summary about me. Would you like to give your introduction, please?
Yes, sir, sure. My name is Ishika Jain. I'm currently 21 years old. I'm pursuing BTech from UCET Bikaner,
Okay.
and with my major in computer science branch, I've maintained my CGPA of 8.52 till fourth semester.
So can you tell me more about your projects?
Sir, I've done one project in Java, which was
Mm-hmm.
job search. There we did, in that project, we made a group of 2 people.
Okay.
So we worked together. And
Okay.
in that project, it was like a person can search for job openings in top 15 companies,
Mm-hmm.
and the person can view how interviews takes place and all that.
And what was the tech stack?
It was Java applets and all that. Basic
So you,
project.
yeah. So was it a kind of a client and the server side both?
No, it was just yeah, you can say it was client and server because we made 2 panels for user and admin both.
Let's start with some of the data structures algorithm. Which one is your favorite data structure?
Arrays, strings.
Okay, chalo, ठीक है. Let's start with arrays. Can you open the interview pad and just share your screen? We need to find the output array. Output array is the product of all elements except given index element. So what I mean by that is that let's suppose you are given an array of and an output array is for the first one. Yeah, it will be 15. Then the second case it will be 6 and 5, 30. It will be not 90, 30. Okay. And in the third case it will be 2, 1 and 5, which is 10. And in the last case it will be 6. You got the idea?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, that's the question that we have to achieve, this the output array. So take a minute or two and think about how you will be solving this problem.
I have to
And
code
then,
it here only or on some
yeah,
IDE.
you have to code it here only, no separate editor. It's like a whiteboard coding that we will do. And you don't have to worry about the coding at first place. Let's first discuss the approach. What is the thing? And for that, I would say just take a minute, accumulate all your ideas and then discuss.
Sir, it will be like dividing it in 2 parts.
Okay. Can you tell me how?
Like, sir, for 0th index, there will be no left. So
Okay.
I'll just multiply the right array.
Okay.
And right will start with index 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then for first index, there will be a left where only one index will be there, and right will have 2 elements. Then like we'll have 2 variables for that purpose, where left will I guess
So what will
x
be the
and
time
y.
and space complexity of the solution?
The time complexity will be n. It will be n.
Big O of n, not n.
Yeah, big of n.
Hmm.
And space complexity will be it will be having 2 arrays for left and right, and for one for output array. So it will be n plus n, 2n.
In big O notation, can you tell me?
Yeah, it will be big O of n, 2n.
Okay. What is the difference between big O of n and big O of 2n?
So big O of n, it will just use n spaces, and for 2n, it will use 2 into n spaces. Like 4 for n and
Yeah,
8
that I
for
understand.
2n.
Obviously,
Yeah.
2n means twice of the space. I'm
Yeah.
saying that are these two in big O notations different?
Well, not different, but we say like we remove the constant, so it will be O of n only.
Yeah. So whenever you say something like 2n, the interviewer will not clarify that, okay, you know that constant is not considered in that part. Just be in a strict big O notation, like big O
Okay.
of n. Okay, so that's a good approach. And what if I tell like this question could be solved in big O of 1 space complexity with big O of n time complexity?
Big O of 1.
Okay, so right now you propose the solution of PC, that is time complexity of big O of n, and SC, that is space complexity of big O of n. I'm saying that time is good, but space could be optimized to big O of 1.
Sir, in that case, I'll do like skip the element.
Provided you're solving it in big O of n time complexity. See, definitely you will be thinking some really good points, but keep the interviewer in loop. If you are silent for a big period of time, interviewer is not seeing you in front. Okay, so
Sir, it's like when I am on 0th index, I'll skip this index and proceed further. Then for first index, I'll skip
what is the
this
time
index.
complexity if you are doing that part?
It's a big O of n only.
Hey, for you, what you're doing, you are first skipping first one and then multiplying every other thing. Then you are skipping second one and you're multiplying everything. If you're doing this thing n iterations in n number of times, then it will be n square, isn't it? You must have gone through the computer science courses as well, right?
Yeah.
So which one is the one of your favorite courses in that way, by the way?
So I've never like learned any of them by heart. I'm just interested in coding part.
Okay, okay, awesome. But still, let's pick few of the basic things. Okay, so when we say about the ACID property in database, can you tell me what does that stands for and what does it mean? ACID.
ACET.
ACID. Yeah, ACID property in database.
It is alter, create, insert,
Okay.
and delete.
No. It's atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability.
Oh no, I have
It's
no
very
idea.
different. Okay. Okay. What is the difference between a primary key and a foreign key?
So for primary key, it is for just one table, and foreign key connects two tables using that key.
Okay, in the foreign key, that's a better answer. But what does that mean? That okay, then what is the difference between a primary key and a super key? If both is applicable on the one table only, right?
Yeah. So super key is specifically like which can give details for all the entries using that one key. And primary key, it can be made any key, like if you are using name, but it can be same for some other row.
So yeah, I think I am done from my side. You have any questions, you can ask it.
So like the question you asked in this matrix one.
Definitely you can solve it in the binary search concept as well, or you can solve it in the priority queue format as well. Yeah, so now you have to see how you can implement that binary search logic on the 2D array as well. That logic does not involve too many of variables. That the logic is still at the start and the mid finding. You just have to say like, okay, how you can, and I can say that even leave the binary search.
As in like you are given this key and you are applying binary search, then you'll perform it like I will be the row index and J will be for the column, and you'll perform binary search on the column part only.
Yeah, so when you're doing the linear search, it is anyways the n square approach, correct?
Yeah.
But when you're doing the binary search on each row also, then also it is n log n, correct?
Okay.
When you will see for some of the solutions on the lead code also, they have further optimized it. But yeah, even if you can do the simple binary search on each row or at each column level, then also you can solve it at an n log n. If you will go with the priority queue, you can further optimize the time because you just take the first column elements in the priority queue, and then whichever is the smallest, you just remove it and move to the next part. So I would say just try to solve this problem using both the logic, priority queue and the binary search. You will have one mentorship session. In that also you can discuss that approach and all. When you will apply for the good companies, then yeah, optimization is one thing that you can expect from them. That they will ask you to optimize. No matter there is no end to the optimization. Always somebody gives a fight, but never give up on that part. Okay, just give a try. Always try to optimize as much as possible. Okay. So yeah, I think you will have a lot more questions. We will cover up in the mentorship session as well.